Hey, fabulous law firm owners. I'm Claudia King, and I help law firm owners like you to build a law firm that makes your life better and not worse. So, if you have recently been feeling overwhelmed, stretched thin, or like your law firm is calling all the shots in your life, then you're probably dealing with weak boundaries. So, what is a boundary? A boundary is a word, it gets thrown around quite a bit, but what actually is it? So, it is a simple and clear agreement or a rule about what you will and won't do and what others can expect from you. And so, when those boundaries are missing, or if your boundaries are blurry, they're fuzzy, everything starts to feel chaotic in your life. So in this video, I'm sharing with you 5 signs that you need better boundaries at your law firm and what you can do about them. So let's jump in. Okay, so sign number 1 that you need better boundaries at your law firm is you feel like your clients run the show. So this is where you're taking phone calls in the evening, you're replying to emails on the weekend, and you drop everything when a client asks. But the truth is, you teach people how they treat you. So if you're always available, they'll always expect you to be available. So a boundary around your time and your availability is really needed if that's how you feel. Sign number 2 that you need better boundaries at your law firm is you're constantly firefighting, putting out fires. So you probably start your day off with good intentions. You've got a plan, you've got your calendar laid out, you've got your to-do list all ready to go, but your day ends in chaos because you're pulled in every direction, right? You're answering questions, you're fixing problems, you're juggling a dozen things at once, you're switching from task to task. And if there's no space to think, let alone lead, you've really got a boundaries issue around your time and your role in your law firm. So sign number 3 that you need better boundaries at your law firm is that you want to work on the business, you want to work on your law firm, but you never seem to have time. So you've got ideas, you've got plans, you started your law firm for a reason, for a purpose. You started your law firm to have freedom, to have impact, to have money, to have flexibility, all those things. But you never have time to implement those things that you know would move your firm forward. So you're so stuck in the day-to-day of your law firm that those grand ideas that you have, they never get acted on. And that's not just poor time management. That's a lack of protected space to be the owner of your law firm, not just the lawyer. So sign number 4 is that your team relies too heavily on you. So this is where you're the bottleneck, right? Everything has to go through you. You're double checking work, you're answering constant questions, you're making every decision, and that leads to decision fatigue. Now, if this is you, and if your team can't function without your input, then there's a boundaries issue here around your leadership and your firm's systems that needs to be addressed. And sign number 5 is where you're feeling burnt out, you're feeling unfulfilled because your firm doesn't align with your values. So, you started your firm for freedom, for flexibility, to have control and to do things your way. But over time, you've said yes to things that didn't feel right. Okay, whether that's saying yes to types of legal work that you didn't really want to do, to clients that you didn't really want to work with, those sorts of things. And now that the firm that you've built, it doesn't really feel like you anymore. And that quiet misalignment, that is dangerous, okay? That's burnout. And it's another reason to revisit your boundaries. When we are not setting clear boundaries and upholding them, boundaries that align with our values, then there starts to be this problem of feeling in your integrity. You feel out of integrity, okay? And as law firm owners and as lawyers, acting with integrity is really important. So starting to feel like you're out of your integrity is really dangerous, and it's a really clear sign that some boundaries need to be put in place to give yourself some space to start to align your firm with your values. And that will take some work, and to do that, that will take some space and some time. So setting a boundary around that becomes really important. So those are the 5 signs. Let me recap those for you. So sign 1 is you feel like your clients run the show. Sign 2 is you're constantly firefighting. Sign 3 is you want to work on your law firm, but you never seem to have time. Sign 4 is your team relies too heavily on you. And sign 5 is you're feeling burnt out. So if any of those signs hit home with you, you're not alone. I have felt all of those things in different parts of my career as a law firm owner and as a business owner, and nearly every law firm owner that I work with in my private coaching program is experiencing at least one of those signs. So, and the reason really is because most law firm owners were never taught to set boundaries with clients, with their team members, or even with themselves. So if that is something that you are struggling with and would like to improve, I have a training called Bold Boundaries. I'll pop the link below. If you would like to sign up for it, please do. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye-bye.